And then you hike out, pushing your e-bike for 11, 12 miles. Anybody up for the challenge?
Ride on, Joe. Let your spirit be free with the wind at your back and the whole world to see. Sing loud.
Yeah, I told you I knew where I was.
Be your guide in the depths of the thunder. It's your rant and your ride.
Okay, so rant and ride number 75, I think. So just to touch on my last video topics, you know, they haven't fixed the software I've been using for the last 20 something years, maybe longer. You know, so I kind of migrated over to a different software. It's actually free. They have a paid version, a pro version, but however, the free version does most of the stuff the paid version does. You know, you probably get professional support and that kind of stuff. So anyway, right now I'm using a free version of a video editing software. So that's a recap on my last video. At least a couple of little rants today. I'm shooting an 8K video. My rant is to YouTube. It is probably because, you know, I don't get a lot of views and that kind of stuff. I made the first 8K video I made with this camera. I uploaded it and they actually uploaded it in 8K. It was a little bit glitchy video because I had a inferior SD card, and so, you know, there's frame breakup, video breakup. You know, it's still, the video itself, 8K, was awesome, but so I tried several more times to upload another 8K video, and YouTube renders them to 4K. So they will not let me upload 8K video. There are people uploading 8K video. Not very many, but there is 8K video getting uploaded. And, you know, of course, those channels are getting a lot of views. I don't get that many views. You know, I'm lucky if I get 200 or 300 views on a video, which is awesome. You know, there's people who upload, you know, there are people, you know, because you watch YouTube. There are people who upload videos and overnight they'll get thousands of views, you know. Well, that's not me. But so I'm gonna try it again. We're recording in 8K. I'll try to upload 8K video, but YouTube will probably render it to 4K. It would be nice if they rendered it to 8K, because it sure looks better. Okay, so that rant goes out to YouTube. It's great to have an 8K video if you want to just watch video on your computer. But it'd be nice to upload it to YouTube so other people could watch 8K video. All right. And then another rant I have is one I've touched on many times. So being a senior citizen and older type mountain biker, I enjoy these electric e-bikes, electric mountain bikes. I enjoy them because I can go into harder, more difficult terrain that even regular mountain bikers don't go into. I can go as far as I used to go when I was in my 20s on a non-powered mountain bike. I could probably still do it on a non-powered mountain bike, but it just makes it a lot more enjoyable now. And therefore, you know, my rant is about all those people that are still buying unassisted mountain bikes for $7,000 and more. No unassisted mountain bike is worth $7,000, period. Yeah, if you got money to throw away, I guess, go ahead, throw it away. I can tell you, I like my legit power-assisted mountain bike, but if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't buy it again. I would buy probably a power-assisted legit mountain bike, but I'd probably keep it in the $3,000 range, not the upper range, because I use this China bike more than I use that other bike. And I use my motorcycles more than I use them all. And I could have bought a brand new motorcycle. Not a high performance or super fancy. You know, I could have got a Honda, like a Honda 300. I could have bought a KLR 650 if I wanted one. You know, I could have bought motorcycles that I'd be riding every week instead of my assisted legit mountain bike. But my rant is to those people that spend $7,000 nowadays on a non-assisted mountain bike because, you know, they're legit mountain bikers, right? They're not cheating. And then they tell you, well, I want to go on a mountain bike ride with you, but not if you're going to cheat, you know, not if you're going to ride an assisted mountain bike. And it's like, ooh, So, I mean, I don't think that electric assisted dirt bikes or electric dirt bikes is a bad idea or a horrible idea, but you can't go anywhere on them. You know, for people who are gonna be like, I'm just gonna ride this on a motocross course. Okay, that's cool. If you're just a motocross course person and that's the only place you're gonna ride an electric dirt bike on, okay, cool. The whole reason I bought this bike and not a Sur-Ron, because really I wanted a Sur-Ron or something like that, is because, you know, you're going 30 miles, you know, you're going 30 miles, then you're pushing them home. So I couldn't go through El Dorado Canyon and come back. I wouldn't have enough battery. If something happens to this, I run out of power, it has an issue, even if I got a flat tire and I don't have a way to fix it, I can walk it out. I can carry an extra battery in my backpack, which I do, and that'll give me easily over 50 miles. And that's the reason why I didn't buy like a Suron or something. I think they're awesome. They're powerful, they're fast, they're light, 125, 130 pounds, that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's just no way I can't, someday in the future, when they get up to 50 miles, maybe, distance-wise, you know, they get to where they can go 50 miles on a charge, maybe, but anyway. So you guys who have or buying $7,000 mountain bikes that aren't assisted, that's just crazy. Okay, so spending that much money on a battery operated mountain bike, I don't even think they're worth it. When you can buy all the technology in a dirt bike that you can, and you can go as far as you want, right? So anyway, we're popping over to El Dorado Canyon, and then we'll try and I hope these kids are heading to the dirt. I just don't get people riding their dirt bikes on the street, on the highway, in the neighborhoods. In shorts, in tennis shoes. At least you got a helmet on, but yeah. I don't know. I grew up in the time where even when you were riding down the side of the road in the dirt, 20 feet from the road, they would chase you down in the dirt and impound your motorcycle. So nowadays it's crazy. Yeah, so it's just kind of beautiful going into El Dorado Canyon over here. So this is part of the Vegas to Reno race course. Of course, this isn't going to be tore up here because they were coming downhill. A little bit tore up behind me. Any place where, you know, they had to stomp on the gas to move forward. I mean, you can see this is rougher than in my other videos. And at the end of this rocky section, you'll see where they drop down into El Dorado Canyon and out the other side, where we are not going that way. That will be tore up, probably. I noticed my rear tire is probably down about 5 pounds on air, maybe not that much. I like low tire pressure anyway, and these are fat tires, but it's squatting a little bit more than normal. Of course, it's going to give me better traction, and I'm not going to get anything like a pinch flat because they're fat tires, but I run them, you know, okay, if you ride mountain bikes, you know that people run like 30 pounds of air pressure in their mountain bike tires. I do not run 30 pounds of pressure in my mountain bike tires. All right, so, you know, this road is unbelievably rocky to begin with, and they haul butt down this road like 50 miles an hour. I'm like, that is so crazy to me, without getting a flat. Not that, well, it's pretty amazing that the suspension deals with it, but it's just blows my mind that they're hitting all this stuff at 50 miles an hour and it's not just taking out their tires or knocking them off the bead. Pretty cool. So this road has always been rocky going into El Dorado. I can notice, you know, a little bit more, there's a little bit more loose rock laying around than normal. But it's just rocky to begin with. That's why I like this fat tire bike in here. All right, so this is the split from El Dorado Canyon and the Vegas to Reno race course. They come down over that hill, make that windy turn, drop down through El Dorado Canyon, come up over here and into Dayton. Alrighty. From here, doesn't look too bad. Yeah, but anyway, and then you can see up in the distance there, Como. Yeah, should be littered with body parts. Not human body parts. Trophy truck and UTVs and blah, blah, blah. All right, anyway, we're heading into El Dorado. Alrighty, so the mouth of El Dorado. Wow, no water here. There should be water in that section. That's usually about a foot deep, but generally there's always some water going through, even slight slight water. This will be an interesting trip, but I gotta lower my seat. So that's that. We'll see how much water's in here. It doesn't look like much. Alrighty, so this area has never failed to let me down. Hey, put your backpack back on. Yeah, so this area has never failed to let me down with water. Even though so far all the water's been dried up, but I know it'd be exciting for me to ride through there. It'd look better on the video, but I have waterproof shoes on, but You know, they're only ankle high. And so we're gonna go around. I usually love to ride through there. I do, I really do. Ouch. Okay. Oh yeah. Hey, check this out. Corn dogs growing on a stick. Those are edible. You can eat those. As you know. Yeah, so this is edible stuff, huh? It's cool, right? Yeah, I don't think I've ever made this hill, even in throttle assist mode, so. Except for today. Woohoo! I guess I didn't try hard enough. All right, yeah, that's the problem. Try harder. Yeah, rough and rugged. Okay, so am I gonna get through there? No. Went over the top. So what? Yeah, point it in the right direction. Joop. This is my resting point. Yeah, there you go, beer bottles. You think that's from a dirt biker? Yeah, dirt bikers bring their beer bottles in here. Maybe, I doubt it. I don't know. You guys who bring your beer bottles in here, I don't care what it is, motorcycle or UTV, and then you throw it out on the ground, you're a clown. A retard too. You should have graduated kindergarten, that's all I gotta say. Flunk. Yep, so they said it was gonna be hot today. I think it's only 93, so not that hot yet. It is nice to get in some shade though, so I can wet down my skull cap and check things out. Yeah. I forgot what else I was gonna say. But about 45 minutes. I saw some dirt bike tracks in here. Okay, no, that's not the line I wanted to take. I like how sometimes you just get your line chosen for you. Yeah, baby. Oh. Yeah, that hurt my turkey toe. Ow. The seat does not have any cushion. I did not buy an aftermarket seat for this bike. And I should have, because this seat gets all bent up all the time. All right. Yeah. Oh, fire. Well, at least they put it in a tiny fire pit. I don't think they camped there. Maybe they did. There you go. How'd you like that? You don't always get to pick your lines. Yeah. All right. At least I didn't go down in the rocks, right? Yeah, that's the important thing. Right on. Okay. But I'm gonna turn this camera off again, but just you know, this darn bike has been like really super fun for a Chinese bike. It's got its quirks. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I remember now. It is hot today, but so far I haven't had one issue with the pedal assist controller cutting out on me like it usually does at least once. It's been really good. And the first part of El Dorado, till I was resting back there, I was in rear wheel drive only. When I went up that hill, I'm like, wait a minute. I think I'm getting more slippage on the back than I'm supposed to. Still work, but yeah. I did not have two-wheel drive engaged. Alrighty, so we're getting close to the cave. I've dropped the battery bar, which I'll probably go a little farther past the cave today, since I'm doing pretty good with battery bar. And we'll see how that works out. Well, I've said it before, when I ride I have tunnel vision. You won't believe how many times I've stopped right here and videotaped this rocky section, and I've never noticed that. So it's barbed wire. Used to be a barbed wire gate, I bet, that went across here to keep people out of El Dorado Canyon. Looks like. Never even noticed it till now. Yeah. Because I'm usually too focused on the road. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, cave time. Just wet down my skull cap. Yeah, they've had a fire here. You know, it's not going to be that shady. I'm here, it's 3 o'clock, sun's shining in. So, yeah, I'm going to get over there. Alright, so my first flat tire on anything in El Dorado, but I'm glad it's this Chinese e-bike. You know, I came through these rocks, but I rolled over. It went flat right up there, so I rolled over those sticks in the road. I was up here, I think, and went across that way. And I don't see anything sticking in the tire, but I'm pretty sure a little piece of stick went through the tire. So, let's see. I'm gonna try to blow it up. It went slow. It went slow, flat. No, I wanted to say it went flat, slow. I'm gonna say it backwards here. It slow went flat. Yeah. But that doesn't mean anything. It just means a small stick punctured it. You know, once it's flat, it's flat. So I doubt I'll get it pumped up. I'll be lucky if I do. You know, when I left the house, it's kind of like, yeah, I think I'm riding on a low tire. Doesn't, I think, really have anything to do with it going flat. No, it's legit flat, man. Yeah. And that's not bad. I mean, I'm going for a hike, right? I'm back here like 7 miles. So I'm going for a 7-mile hike, and then it's 5 miles home. So I might be able to get someone to pick me up at Dayton Rodeo Ground. Maybe. I don't care. So I'll be going for a 11-mile hike now. You know, I went flat, slow, because I could kind of hear it. And then, of course, you know, I tried to pump it up, and you can hear the air coming out. So, but, you know, that's how it is. That's why I ride this in here, because if I get it flat, I can walk it or push it out. Isn't that crazy? Yep. Okay, so there is a walking mode. Which means I don't have to push the bike. It's a pretty fast walking mode, actually. Okay. And like I said, I've hiked a lot before, but I have extra clothes on. Thanks, Rock. I have extra clothes on. Protection, so I'm wearing long johns. Why are you wearing long johns? Because I have knee pads on. What kind of knee pads, Jupe? Full knee pads, shin pads. Okay, so what's with the long johns? So any kind of knee pads, elbow pads, whatever that's made in China, whatever kind of chemicals or whatever they use in producing knee pads, shin pads, elbow pads. If I don't wear something under the knee pads, elbow pads, I break out in a horrible rash. It looks like 2nd-degree burns. And it happens instantly. And it doesn't matter what brand or anything that I get. If it's made in China, yeah, it's gonna give me a rash. So I have to wear something under it. So here I am in black pants, long pants, knee pad shin guards with long johns on, and I gotta walk 11-12 miles. Ha ha! That's funny shit, bro. Okay, let's see here. I love these gloves, but you know, they shouldn't be producing any kind of gloves nowadays without touch fingers. The fact that they do is retarded. You guys, you should fire your company product manager because he's stupid. Everybody's got to use a phone and stand there and take your gloves off and put them back on and take them off and put them back on. That's wasting company time. It costs them money for you to take off your gloves just to respond to a text message, phone call. Come on, guys, it's not that hard. Get with the times. This ain't 1940, 1950. Wake up. Well, yeah, so something else I never noticed. Now that I'm walking through El Dorado Canyon, looks like a single track trail going through here. Never noticed that before. Going up that canyon. So interesting. Maybe I've been trying to take the wrong single track trail all the time. We'll have to come back here and try this one. Weird. So this is the ultimate senior citizen exercise guide. And if you want me to be your guide, I'll only charge you $50. So you ride in 11 miles on your e-bike in El Dorado Canyon, and then you hike out pushing your e-bike for 11-12 miles. Anybody up for the challenge? All right, so really haven't got too far compared to how far I gotta go. But, yeah. So this is what it looks like to hike through El Dorado Canyon. Yeah. Now, fat tire bikes, you can't really ride them on a flat because the tire, if you can see that, yeah, it's, when it's flat, it's way loose. You know, you don't need tire changing tools to change them. They fall off the rim.
Unload our soul, a heartfelt laugh, a fiery debate. With every story we're shaping our fate. We'll keep it real, we won't hold back. Through the ups and downs, we're on the right track. Rant and ride, with the wheels on fire. Screaming out loud, we'll take it higher. Life's a roller coaster, but we're holding tight. Every twist and turn, let's ignite the night. Rant and ride, let the world know we're the free spirits putting on a show. And this soulful journey we'll never hide. Let's shake the dust, let's rant and ride.
Yeah, well, I came up this on the e-bike. This crap's even hard to walk. You know, it doesn't look steep or rocky, but yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's not as hot as usual. You know, it was 93 when I left the house. Now it's I don't know, 89. I think my ice is melted. I'm about 4 miles out. So I think I got 2 more miles to the mouth of 2 more miles to the mouth of El Dorado, and then 5 miles home. Yeah. The tube, came out, so I just cut it in half. Yeah. Alrighty. It's an adventure. Well, there you go. Big ass rattlesnake. Yeah, I usually don't go hiking through El Dorado Canyon, but yeah. What you're laying on the road for is beyond me. Pretty good size. Almost stepped on his tail. He barely rattled. But I'm glad he did make a little bit of rattle. Better than nothing. Better than stepping on his tail. I do have shin guards on, but all he had to do was bite me in the ankle. That'd be shit out of luck. Oh, I wish these boots had some fucking ankle support. Twisted my ankle like 5 times in here. But they're China boots. They are waterproof. What else can you ask for? Support? No. All right, so I had all kinds of noise up here. Breaking branches, trees. I could hear it really loud. So yeah. Started praying in tongues. And then a horsey sounded off, so thank God. I think it's just horsies, not bears, not mountain lions, which could be in here, but I'm like, okay, because I have seen a bear in here. I almost ran into it on my Honda, Miss El Dorado. So this horse let me know it was a horse. Because, yeah, I might have a chance against a mountain lion, but I don't think my pea shooter is going to do much good for a bear. Let's just shoot him in the eyeball. I don't want to be shooting anybody today. Any critters. You guys just keep your distance. Why don't you just use the road, you goofball? I don't know why you're boondocking. You're all in here all by yourself, huh? Is that it? Did you get kicked out of your clan? Yeah. What are you guys doing, boondocking? I was in here first. Hey, I was in here first. Alrighty, so, wow, I've made a almost an hour long video. Haha, that's funny. Okay, good news. I was a mile off, so it was only 5 miles. And from here, it's 5 miles home. So I was off at least 1 mile, maybe 2. I know I said it's 11 or 12 miles. So I know from here I got 5 miles left. Yeah. Nice green trees. I mean, they're pretty green for being the end of summer, or close to it. They're looking pretty good. Okay, so yeah, I'm almost at the 6 mile mark. Vegas to Reno Road up there. Hallelujah. Yeah. Well, we're getting close. Now we can see Dayton Valley. I should sleep good tonight, right? Yeah. Well, when you know that, yeah, the people who go to the bar probably already had too much to drink before they even got there, right? They're all parking on the sidewalk, and this guy's almost off the curb into the street. So, yeah, I think they had enough to drink before they got here.